A trade is coming. NBA insider Bobby Marks just broke down the Knicks trade assets, and he revealed the trade the Knicks can make right now. We're going to break down all of these latest reports today. This episode is presented by FanDuel. We have a goal of trying to reach 40,000 subscribers, and we could really use your support. If you enjoy daily Knicks content, please hit that subscribe button. And now, let's get started. Trade incoming. The NBA trade deadline is weeks away, and many NBA teams, including the Knicks, will be making moves. Before we can understand what trades the Knicks will make, we need to first understand what assets they have available that they can trade. And shout out to NBA insider with ESPN, Bobby Marks, for giving us this following information. According to him, if the Knicks did want to make a notable move, a player in their core would need to be dealt. According to ESPN salary expert Bobby Marks, they have a piece that could be moved: Mitchell Robinson. Bobby Marks continues here, and he states the following exactly. The $12.9 million expiring contract of Mitchell Robinson, the ability to swap first-round picks in 3 years, 2026, 2030, and 2032, and 8 seconds represents New York's most appealing trade assets. Bobby Marks continues here by stating, if the Knicks traded Mitchell Robinson for comparable salary, but money owed in 2026, 2027, they could be a second apron team after their roster fills out. This is what Bobby Marks thinks. But is this all of the trade assets that the Knicks have access to right now? Or do they have even more trade assets that they need to include if they want to make a deal at the deadline? Well, according to James L. Edwards of The Athletic, he gave us this following information about the Knicks and potentially what player or players they need to include if they want to get a trade done. According to Edwards, any medium-sized Knicks trade likely has to involve Yabusele, Miles McBride, one or two of the young Knick players, a pick, or a combination of all of those things. So now we understand it. We understand the Knicks' full trade assets. According to James L. Edwards, one of the young Knick players, a pick, Yabusele, Miles McBride, depending on the trade the Knicks are looking to make. And then according to Bobby Marks, they have Mitchell Robinson's contract. They have their pick swaps. They have their second-round picks, which as of right now, at least according to Bobby Marks, are the most desirable trade assets that the Knicks have to deal in any trade they're looking to make. However, James L. Edwards just mentioned it. The young Knick players, they are going to be key in any trade the Knicks want to make. And James L. Edwards isn't the only one suggesting that. ESPN NBA insider Bobby Marks recently threw out this trade that the Knicks could make right now. According to Bobby Marks, here's the trade he gives us exactly. According to him, one potential move the Knicks could make: trading Pacome Dadiet and cash, the Knicks have $7.9 million to include, would give New York enough breathing room below the second apron to sign 2 players. So in this situation, the Knicks, they trade Dadiet and cash, likely for some second-round draft compensation, and then if they do that, they clear enough space on their roster, and then they're able to sign 2 players while still remaining under the second apron. And for New York, this is probably exactly what they want to do, exactly what they're looking to do. When you think about the Knicks, you always think about the moves they're going to make and how they want to stay under the second apron. They are always thinking about the salary cap. For them, if they can stay under the second apron, keep flexibility, and be able to add 2 impactful players to this team, all in the same move, they are going to want to make that type of move. If we take a look at the Knicks trade assets, let's break them down really quickly. Miles McBride, he is not being moved this season, in my opinion. The only way Deuce McBride is being moved this season is if there's a trade out there that I don't know about that gets New York back a star or a budding all-star. If they get a player like that back, maybe Deuce McBride gets moved. But honestly, I don't see that happening. Going to Gerson Yabusele, I mean, if it makes sense to move him at the deadline and the move makes sense, I'm sure New York will make that move. But from every report that I've been hearing and everything I've broken down in the last few weeks, New York does not seem like they want to move on from Yabusele. At least not yet. Maybe because it's early, maybe because they still believe in him. There's a number of reasons. But in my opinion, I think it's because Gerson Yabusele's trade value is non-existent. It's not there. He has terrible value right now. There really isn't a point to trade him. So you can cross him out. Tyler Kolek, the way he's been playing lately, he better not be on the trade block. And that leaves us with Pacome Dadiet. Dadiet has been assigned to the G League. He's playing in the G League right now. As we speak, there is a game going on that he's playing in. He is in Westchester trying to develop and get his game going again. Try to get that game to another level. However, it's been a few years, and Pacome Dadiet does not look like he's improving in the way the Knicks need him to improve. Not to mention Kevin McCullough Jr., Mohamed Diawara, those are legitimate wings that the Knicks have access to. They're signed to the team as well. And if New York needs to go in that direction, they absolutely can. So the wing position, they have it covered, even for the future. If you're not going to use Pacome Dadiet, if he's not going to have an impact at the NBA level at any point in time, then I agree with Bobby Marks. Make that trade. Pacome Dadiet plus cash, trade him to another team, get some second-round draft pick compensation, and then try to add 2 players under the second apron that can help this team moving forward. That's what I believe the Knicks are going to do. I don't believe New York wants to trade anybody, but they understand they need to win now. They need to win a championship this season. So any moves on the table that Leon Rose and this Knicks front office believe, if they make those moves, the Knicks will get better and they'll get closer to winning a championship. Best believe Leon, he's going to make that move. And if Pacome Dadiet is going to be included in that move, it's not going to matter. Leon Rose will not hesitate. He will make that move. He will make that trade to help this Knicks team get better and get one step closer to winning the championship. Exactly what their goal has been and remains to be this season. And shout out to channel sponsor FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook, for giving us this up-to-date information and these latest odds on who's going to win the game tonight between the Knicks and the Boston Celtics. Now, normally, I go based off of the money line, but the money line here is the same, meaning that FanDuel does believe that both teams almost have an equal chance to win the game. But when you look at the spread, you can see the Knicks, they are +1 underdogs. It might be slight, but it seems that Boston has the edge on the road, only because the Knicks have not displayed themselves to be a very good road team. But they can change all of that with a huge win tonight against Boston. And even though these odds remain this way, I can tell you without a doubt, one player you will not be seeing tonight will be Pacome Dadiet. And that's one of the main reasons I believe that trade that's coming will involve Pacome Dadiet. He is not being utilized. He's barely being developed. Yes, he's playing some games in Westchester, but not that many. And even when he is playing in Westchester, some of the games, they're not great games. They're okay games. The Knicks already have other wings to fill his position if he is traded. In my opinion, the writing is on the wall. One way or another, New York will be looking to make multiple moves. One of those moves will be a trade. And that trade, clearly, according to reports, will likely include Pacome Dadiet. But what about you guys? What do you think about the Knicks and their current trade assets according to Bobby Marks? And what about Marks suggesting that the trade the Knicks can make right now is moving Pacome Dadiet and cash to give New York the ability to sign 2 players and still be under the second apron? Let me know how you feel about that in the comment section below, guys, because honestly, I would love to hear from you. But that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, go ahead and smash that like button, leave a comment below. And of course, guys, please subscribe to the channel. Until next time, Knick fans, take care of yourself, your families, and each other. Peace and love.